Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Lady Estelle and the Street Soldier Crew, and we're here for another Sunday evening with you. Your host this evening is delighted to see that we are still gathering together. We are still alive and free. Your host, Dr. Joseph E. Marshall Jr.
Thank you, Lady E.
You're
Good
welcome.
evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Street soldiers, far and wide, all over the place, all over the place. Thanks for listening tonight. Thanks for watching, right, on YouTube, and thanks for listening on the iHeart app. We know you do that because somebody said that's how I get my Street Soldiers. Another great show for you tonight. We'll get to that in a minute. Gotta say hello to everyone. Gotta say hello to Lady E. Of course, have to say hello to Ann.
Hello, and that is right, Dr. Marshall. Just because you said it, I'm going to say it again. That's right. You can head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free to go ahead and watch us all in the studio.
Got voice in the background.
All
Okay,
right, Ian. Let them know, girl. Let them know.
I had to get a cameo in here from the little one.
So the little one is assisting today because we had a great day. We went to the Gabby's Dollhouse Live event, and it was so cute because all the kids were dancing and singing, and I was dancing and singing, and Gabby's Dollhouse is the best. It really, really is. So if you watch that show on Netflix, you know what it is. It's creative, it's fun, has music. It's yeah. So that was what we did today.
So you only know the stuff when your kids are little.
No, I know.
When they become teenagers, you know other stuff. And when they're grown, you don't know nothing. But now I gotta learn again because like my grandkids, right? So I'm about to learn all about Gabby. And my grandson watches some kind of well, that was just television, but now I get everything on the pads.
Get into wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids, they can get back into wrestling.
Oh man,
I be like, man, this ain't nothing. This ain't even tight. I used to watch Triple H and The Rock. And then you get slurred back in. John Cena.
You've been talking about Lala. What is it? Lala, what's that? They call that big wrestling thing?
WrestleMania. WrestlePalooza. Wrestling Palooza.
Man, did you watch it?
I mean, I'm just saying, I know a lot of fathers that I know of my generation, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But a lot of them have gotten back into wrestling because of the kids.
That's good bonding.
Okay.
I don't watch wrestling like that.
Oh.
Yeah. I watch the old wrestling. I go back and watch like Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Okay. You go back.
I go back. Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Brett the Hit. I hated Shawn Michaels.
Hitman Hart.
I hated. Oh my God, I hated it. Like you're 6'1". You're not doing that to him. I hated Shawn.
Okay, so you like the old school wrestling. I mean, I understand.
Stone Cold.
That
I forgot the name of the generation, but it was like after Stone Cold and The Rock and
Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era. Yeah. After that, I kind of checked out. I was 19 by then, though. So
he's one of them.
It was time to check out.
Well, you're not into John Cena.
I've started to get back into wrestling. I like Dusty Rhodes' son.
I knew it.
What's his name?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes go crazy. I like him. He's a great character. He's a great character. And it's a dude from the Bay.
Look,
I forgot he Samoan.
Oh, The Rock.
Nah, it's not. He's not The Rock. It's a Samoan dude from the Bay.
The Usos.
The Usos. Yeah, the Uso brother.
Listen to Jamal. You know them all.
Oh, he been
I hear you.
Yeah. Wrestling is exciting.
I will give wrestling credit for one big thing.
What's that?
They know how to create characters.
They do.
I mean, the whole thing is based on characters, right?
Yes.
And that I will, they script them out and they do very well, but it's not even personalities, it's characters, right?
You got to watch the Vince McMahon thing on Netflix.
Oh, he got one?
It's amazing.
I'm going to watch that
It's
tonight.
amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like episodes. So you got like 6 episodes. It's amazing.
I love those.
Behind the scenes.
Folks, we got off into the wrestling thing. Usually we do football.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Bang, bang. Yeah, Niners won. I have to just mention to the soul, the Cowboys didn't do well today.
There's too many Cowboy fans at the cameo. You got Malcolm, you got Lex Jones, DJ Black Mark, Sonic G.
You okay, Malcolm?
No, man, I don't care about them boys.
Oh, oh,
Care nothing
Let,
about them losers.
let us know how you really feel.
oh,
You hear the heart coming?
oh, that's heartbreak right there.
All right.
Worst team in professional sports, man.
Yeah, well, we got a team in Vegas.
I did want to
Right behind
mention,
them. That's right. Right there
thank
with
you.
them.
Wanted to say thank you to the San Francisco 49ers because Alive and Free is a social justice grant recipient,
You
and
are?
they gifted us some tickets to
They did.
today's game. And
I went
and
one year.
because of that, Costa and Justice were able to attend their first game.
Wow.
And you know,
Wow.
it's just impactful.
Hey, look,
You know, so
Should have
thank you,
gave the
thank you,
tickets to
thank you.
Malcolm to see a real team play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know y'all won today, so I'm gonna let you.
I
You
know.
know,
I'm sorry, Malcolm.
I ain't gonna say nothing. It's all good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You
all
know
right.
how
Unless
it
we go back to
is. You know.
I know.
1992,
I
I
gotta
ain't got
stop.
nothing
I
to
gotta-
say, so
yeah,
it really
that's
don't
right.
matter.
That's right.
You gotta stop.
The Cowboy doc was excellent. I loved it.
Yes. I have not seen that. He told me to see it. I
That
have not
was good,
seen
very
that.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Very
But
entertaining.
let me mention a serious documentary on Netflix. It was hard to watch, and I'm gonna ask the listeners to watch it. I'm gonna ask you to watch it. And it's funny how I missed it. It came out in 2021, and then it popped up the other night, and I watched it. It's a documentary on crack, the whole crack era. It's called Crack Conspiracy, Corruption, and it's got another title. Mike, please watch it. I almost broke down watching it because it's so fresh, right? That whole era is so fresh. It's like, and Freeway Ricky Ross and all these crack, man, they talk about how it hit, and it's just incredible. I wanted, now I got to do a whole show on it because I mean, I've done shows on history. This one is so close, the mass incarceration crack thing. And but watch it, man. I sent Malcolm, I sent all my people.
Doc, I had seen it when it first came out. Because you're right, it's been out a while. But this time, my one takeaway after watching it last night was, we not over the crack era yet.
Yeah, well, that's why I've called this time recovery, because the lasting effects of and it was the ultimate setup. And they go into all of that. I mean, they don't play with it. They go, you talk about that.
Where does it what cities are they using? LA?
Well, LA comes up
New
because
York,
that was when it got crazy. LA was the epicenter that they went to, because Freeway Ricky Ross introduced crack cocaine into California.
A lot of New York too. But
York.
it doesn't really focus on the cities per se.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Just the epidemic.
It's not like, some of the cocaine cowboys or
Okay,
something like
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's painful. So, we got to do it. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna ask folks to watch it. And I used to know Nelson George years ago. Maybe I can get him to come on and talk about it. But it's like a trauma that happened in your family, right? And you still in the pain of it, and you ain't ready to talk about it. And this dude put it out there. So,
Doc, one more thing.
Netflix. Yes.
One more comment on it. Usually I'm watching something about the civil rights movement or Reconstruction. It's like, I can see it, but I wasn't alive. The crack era, I was right. We were there, y'all.
Right.
This was only 40 something years ago.
Yeah.
And then, so really it hit me. I was like, oh, we have, I mean, Black folks, we don't get repair in this country for any era. So, but that is in our lifetime. It's only 40 something years ago. And there's been no.
And the end is what, recent. You can't even say put a date on how recent, but if you ain't running to see crack dealers on the street every day, it ain't the same. But for years, man, that's.
But if you add the sentencing, the disparate sentencing to it, then you get it is still alive today.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It does reach to today.
So watch it. I'm going to ask everybody listen, please watch it. I'm going to do a show on it. It's man, damn. We lost big time in that. Go ahead.
I just want to say who's watching right now on YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free is Tati and Joanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. And 11 Lux says it's all about the Chargers.
All right, let's get serious here.
Katrina documentary as well on Netflix.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like how it ended, but I like the story.
Yeah. Let's do this. A couple of news pieces real quick. Gavin Newsom ain't playing. California bans most law enforcement officers from wearing masks. So you can bring ICE here or whatever here, but that's the craziest thing. Can you imagine cops with masks on? It can't be identified. But California will be the first state to ban most law enforcement, including federal immigration agents, from covering their faces while conducting official business under a bill signed by Governor Gavin Newsom on Saturday. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you. We know.
How will that be enforced is the larger question, but I tend to agree with you. The mask thing.
Please, you can't wear a mask.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He shouldn't even have to do it.
That's the point. I mean, yeah, but like I said, Gavin ain't playing. He's fighting back. Let's do one more, and this is a pretty horrific story because it brings again back so much pain. Mississippi releases autopsy of Trey Reed, the Delta State student found hanging from a tree. An autopsy by Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office concluded that a black student whose body was found hanging by a tree, he says he died by suicide, which is actually the subject of our show tonight. All right. The findings of the autopsy were consistent with the initial investigation and preliminary examination by the local coroner's office. Trey Lee, let me see if I can read this right. The state medical examiner's office determined that Mr. Reed's cause of death was hanging and the manner of death was suicide. Okay, when Mississippi's long,
the family wants another autopsy.
Yes, they do.
And from if I read it correctly, Kaepernick's foundation has stepped up to pay for that.
Yeah, he's paying for it. He's paying for another look at that. So, and let's do one more. California lawmakers bill passed grant priority to grant. I can't
Start over.
Yeah, let me slow down. All right. Priority cause admission for descendants of slavery. Because I'm reading this, I'm like, does that really say that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did it really say that? All right, so then it's the first time I'm reading. I'm saying this ain't really true, right? Oh my God! State lawmakers on Friday advanced a plan that would allow California colleges to offer preferential admission to students who are descended from enslaved people, part of an ongoing effort by Democrats to address the legacy of slavery in the United States. Look at that. I mean, everybody, all of us could go for free.
I wonder what you have to do to prove it.
Yeah, that we may have to take that up on a future show because I haven't done a show on reparations yet. And I'm going to do that.
And the bill hasn't passed. It's
the bill hasn't passed. Thank you, sir.
That's yeah.
The legislation would allow, but not require, UC, Cal State, and private colleges to give admissions preference to applicants who can prove that they are directly related to somebody who was enslaved before 1900. Right?
It's the prove for me.
Well, look at the family tree is coming back. I mean, we got it anyway. So I mean, what you think about that, Lady E?
Hey,
okay.
I mean, the proving, it's always you have to really.
The way things are nowadays, people gonna stand in line and be like, "Ooh," and we're gonna be like, "What?" So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
It's gonna be a backlash, of course, because remember Prop 209. All right, so this is gonna be a backlash. Somebody ain't gonna like it, the fact that is happening. Okay, let's get into tonight's show. Tonight's show is a very, very difficult show to do. It is the hardest one to do, and you'll understand why. We're gonna do this is National Suicide Prevention Week. So we're gonna show, we've done this topic before. We're gonna do a show on suicide and suicide prevention. It is a tough subject, almost sometimes a taboo subject, a very painful subject, but this is Street Soldiers. And alive and free is we're all about, and suicide is the opposite of alive, right? So a little about Suicide Prevention Week. It's an annual campaign observed in the United States to educate and inform the general public about suicide prevention and to warn about rising suicide rates. It also aims to reduce the stigma surrounding suicide and encourage the pursuits of mental health. All right. It's got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to read a lot of this because we'll hear statistics during the show about almost 800,000 people die every year due to suicide. Wow. Which means, according to this thing, one death every 40 seconds. That is just something else. All right.
Suicide.
Yeah. The people who put on this week, best thing we can do is to learn more about it. We need to educate ourselves, blah, 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 a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, we're doing the show tonight because it needs to be done. And we tackle the tough things here. Assisting us, once again, is, will you introduce that? Let me tell you, because you've been here before and we've done mental health, and just tell everybody who you are. And yes, sir, go right ahead.
All right, my name is Jamal Kazee. You can call me Brother Jamal. I am a mental health therapist, a licensed therapist out in the East Bay. I have an office in Castro Valley. I do public speaking. I'm a mental health first aid trainer. Yeah, I'm a very strong advocate in my church and all of the things. I love being here. I thank you for having me.
Well, we need assistance with this. You know, and that's what you do it full time.
Yes.
877-955-1061. Look, it's tough to talk about, but if you have questions about prevention, please call. Brother Jamal will do everything he can to give you some ideas about that. If you had experience, you know, and when I'm say experience, I mean someone, you know, in your family or close to you has died of suicide, you can give us a call if you want to share about that. And if you're going through something, please give us a call, 877-955-1067. We're talking about a tough topic, suicide. And I'll talk about this later, but one thing about suicide, Brother Jamal, is it you never get over it, right?
Right.
I've had, and I might maybe the second hour I'll talk about this. I've had two young men I mentioned to that were very, very close to me that ended up committing suicide, and I'm still that, you know, I went to both of their services. The first one I spoke at, the second one I couldn't. You know that, and they know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say names. I could not speak. I was just too devastated. One of the young men, you know, I drove him to the airport, you know, on his flight to college. And the other one, man, it was just amazing. But we got a call already, so let's jump into it, okay? Hi, you're on Street Soldiers. Thank you for calling. We're talking about a tough topic tonight, which is suicide. Who's calling and what do you want to say?
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Go right ahead.
Radio station right now.
Can you turn on your radio? You got to call back.
Oh, okay. Call back and turn down your radio, folks. If you call, please turn down your radio because that we get feedback. All right, 877-955-1061. If you would like information about preventing suicide, please, now's the time to call. If you've had an encounter yourself with somebody like me, who was, you back?
A second ago?
Yep, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Okay, how are you?
Okay. What do you want to say? Go right ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I am
Cutting in and out.
We're not going.
Wow.
Got to get a better caller.
Or you got to get a better line.
And if I could just say it,
cutting in and out a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the things that we want to talk about, I know that we're inviting people to call, but there's also a national suicide hotline number, right? So we want to get that out immediately, and that number is 988.
Yeah.
And they are good people. It's really someone will be able to talk you through what we want to do. Dr. Marshall, if I may, the assignment that you had given me is we're opening the door for the conversation. right? I think that there are a lot of times where people have these thoughts or these ideas that they should try to have it all together before they seek help, or that I should get it together and then come back and show you how much I struggled to get through it. When in actuality, we are very much not attached as community right now. So in order to get us attached as community, one of the things we need to do is kind of tap in and do some talking about what's going on with everyone.
Thank you, Brother Jamal. We got a call. Go right ahead. You're on Street Soldiers.
Hi, Dr. Marshall and Brother Jamal.
Hello.
I'm just grateful that I happened just to turn on the radio just now. And suicide is a topic. I have a friend who just lost her son to suicide last week, a young Black man. And I'm just like, how do I support my friend?
Man.
Oh, you guys,
right. That's I mean, first and foremost, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yes.
The grief that this person will experience is real. And it's a process that they unfortunately will have to deal with. I think that there's a bunch of guilt, there's a bunch of shame, there's a bunch of unanswered questions that you just don't get to have answered.
Yeah.
So to answer your question first, your presence will be a present for this lady, right? You need to just be around them, not trying to fix anything, but just being able to sit and hold the silence even that she is going through. First and foremost, we're just dealing with the loss, right? And you want to think of grief as evidence of love, and it just doesn't have anywhere to go. So what happens is that her brain will think about her baby in a loving way, and then her body will look for that love. And because it doesn't have anywhere to attach it, that's the feeling of grief. So you want to kind of be able to sit with her, share good memories, share frustration, share anger, and be available to her. I would also look to see if there are professionals that she can get a hold of to talk to, because some of these things are heavy lifts for us just as friends. So sometimes we point them in the direction that they need in order to get some of the help that they want, right? Like if she broke her arm, you wouldn't just give her a hug, right? You would take her to the hospital. Same kind of thing. She has something broken.
I know she's in therapy. She was just in therapy. Like we've all been in therapy since COVID, right? Like, so I never stopped therapy. She never stopped therapy. Good. But this is a whole different.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm wondering, I'm not in the mental health space, but can her current therapist help her with this situation? Because I don't know if they're like a mental health therapist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because you guys specialize in different things. Like there's a math teacher, there's a science teacher, there's a.
Right. Yeah, without knowing who her therapist is, I couldn't say if they can or can't.
Right. So maybe I'm like, do I ask that question? Like, I don't want to, it's a touchy thing right now, but I don't want to say, well, I know you have a therapist, but is he or she specialized in this?
Right. So you want to make it about needs, right? So I know you have a therapist. What do you need in this moment? And are you able to have those needs assessed or addressed by this therapist? If not, right, you can have she can find another therapist. There's survivors groups. There's all kind of different things that can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we start planning for her, we want to be present with her to ask and figure out what it is she needs and then address the need.
Lady, you want to add anything?
Oh, I'm just thinking just how right on Jamal is. One of the first things he said that is absolutely correct is not trying to fix anything, but to create the space for her and to be there, creating and holding that space for her and for you as well.
Yes.
But definitely not trying to fix it And for me, if you know this is your friend and you know her, you if you know it would be okay, then don't neglect to do what you know is okay. If that means asking her, is the therapist that you have able to address, are you ready for that? And is that therapist able to address, do you think that they can handle your concerns? Are you talking about what's recently happened, And then how are you with that? Just to put that question out there.
Thank you, lady.
It's absolutely okay.
Thank you for the call.
Hello, am I on the air as well?
You are on the air. Go right ahead. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of jumping into this, and I am a therapist. I'm a marriage and family therapist. I'm also I had a fiance that committed suicide when I was, oh God, I guess I was 18 or so, 18 years old. Anyway, so I do have some experience and lived experience a lot more, and then, a professional experience. And I can say that you guys, you're on the right track. I mean, sometimes we're not, even as therapists, like I'm only qualified, if I don't know something about how to help this specific thing that someone's going through, this specific diagnosis, or maybe what I'm giving them, or, isn't working, right? If it's not working for them, it's okay. I'm open for them to just say, hey, because sometimes my therapy, the theories that I'm working with them on, like CBT or, family, systems therapy, whatever it might not be what they need. Sometimes they need other types of therapy. Even hypnotherapy is a good therapy, or maybe they would be better off going to some outpatient groups where they have other people there, because as they're talking to other people that kind of are going through the same things, they learn as well. And then they have therapists at those places.
Groups would be really
And I think the thing, so again, let's slow down a little bit before we go to solve, because again, we're tapping into the three most important things that people need on a day-to-day basis, right? And it's so cliche almost at this time, I'm sure we've all heard them, is that everybody needs to be seen, everybody needs to be heard, and everybody needs to be feel of value. So if you come into my office, I give 15 free minutes, right? We talk about whatever is going on. My idea is not to hear your problem and to work out a solution to fix it. My idea is to let you know that you are a person of value, and I see you in your problem, and I hear you in your problem, and now we can work through this. So when people come in with grief, I'm not immediately trying to fix anything. I'm just trying to create space for them to be able to be seen, heard, and feel of value.
Right.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. This is a tough thing. It's a tough thing. And I'm glad that you called. I'm glad folks are calling. And I'm glad we got Jamal and Lady E here. 877-955-1061, 877-955-1061. This is Suicide Prevention Week. We are talking about suicide. If you have any questions about prevention, if you have any questions about, anything you can add to the conversation, actually, please do so. I just want to say one thing about that being there. I had a very close, again, no names, and something happened to their son, right? And I'm figuring they don't want nobody to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like me, a wise person told me, and you could probably figure out who the wise person is. Get your butt over there, right?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have gone. Yeah. Literally, I would not have gone, because I'm thinking, they don't want to be, body coming. Thank God I went.
Yeah.
Because they needed me.
Yeah.
Comfort that night.
Yeah.
Because it was so fresh. So just that being there, I'm vouching for that. All right, you're on the air with Street Soldiers. Go right ahead.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Kind of had some probably just a minute ago when I told you guys that I'm back. So, I want to speak about the mental health that you guys were talking about, and I actually suffer from mental health myself. I have PTSD, I have social anxiety disorder. I also have depression problems, and I don't necessarily know how to deal with them, or if I get help from the right people. But you know, I'm emotionally distressed every single day. I don't know what I should do. I was kidnapped from my mother at 12.
Damn.
And I was missing from 12.
Well, let me see if we can. You may want to ask a couple of questions. Hold on. Let's see if we can give you some answers. Okay.
Okay. We're gonna take your call off the air.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, it is.
But we heard the gist of it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the thing here is that once we open this up, and I love this forum, is that hey y'all, it's tough out here.
Yeah.
It's tough out here. Yeah. And the biggest thing that I can talk about as a therapist is I'm going to ask who's in your community, right? Who's in your circle? I think that we have this this idea that we either have to fake it till we make it, or nobody's going to understand, or I feel weak for having this moment. But we need to build a community around us that we can tap into when we need something, anything, right? And again, I keep going back to, you think of how we talked earlier about our ancestors, right? They went through more trouble with less resources. But the difference is that we were in communities, right? You knew Mr. Smith and Mama Earl, and I could go over here and talk to this person, and I can go do this. And now, for whatever reason, we're isolated. And that isolation, one of the biggest causes of suicide in some communities is loneliness, right? We just don't talk or tap in because we don't want to bother anybody. So I would encourage, I couldn't hear everything the young lady said, but
it was
let's get to that.
He had PTSD.
PTSD. Right.
I saw anxiety, PTSD, and depression, and then she started going into something a little bit deeper.
Yeah. All right, you're on the air, Street Soldiers. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty agreeing with the brother. I try to help people like that as well, but I'm just not, a regular person in the street. But I went through my own kind of type of way of doing that. And loneliness is definitely kicking in, like hard, like abandoned, you know what I mean? Yeah. Abandoning them.
Yeah.
Basically, like, somebody will come to you and basically they got problems or whatnot, and they're just gonna try to push them away and saying, telling them, "Oh, I'll help you," but then pushing them away, not the same thing, And as much as, it's hard to offer, but you can handle, But just being there with the person, I think it's a big help.
Yeah.
And just anything, like, just get them water or whatever, wherever you guys at, like in the street or in the house. Just being around them or just sleeping beside them, like, near him, it used to help. I went through in a hard way because I was abandoned, it was tough. And I was helping a lot of people like that. And I keep falling. And
you got to take care of yourself in order to do the work. So that don't neglect yourself. Thank you for having that kind of compassion. But just take care of yourself in the same process, because you got to do that, in order to help or serve others. So thank you so much for your heart. I will say that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you. All right. Next caller, you're on the air. Go right ahead. Street Soldiers.
Hey, keep losing the call with you guys. My name is Taji.
We got you, Ma. if you can do us a favor,
See,
it's
here's
very
the
hard to
problem.
hear
We
you.
really can't
Hear you. It's very hard to hear you.
Can I give you my phone number?
Yeah,
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
Do that, and we'll get Ann to
But-
get your number.
Yep, we got your
We'll get
number.
Ann to get your number, and we'll do our best to follow up. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Wow. Okay.
Just yeah. I mean, you know, people are trying to get help, and I have a if she's out here, we can give her my number. I can give her a good free 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll call her and get a free 20 minutes.
877-955-1061. Give us a call. We're talking suicide and suicide prevention. You have any thoughts? You want some tips on how to prevent? I'm always surprised at the number of. I'm not surprised, but this is a pretty common thing. And I remember last time we did the show, I had a whole story on John Wall, the NBA. You just retired from the NBA and his bout with suicide.
Right.
Actually, and I had an article about, again, Deion Sanders, who talked about, and it's always, I mean, it's stuff that everybody goes through, but when a public figure puts it out there, I always think that's so important, because it says, look, everybody goes through this stuff.
Right.
I saw a thing about Anthony Bourdain. You remember him? Yeah. Who committed suicide. 877-955-1061. Give us a call. I had a very good a friend who was going to call and talk about her work on the suicide prevention hotline. You getting ready to say something, man?
Well, I was just, okay.
You want to take a call? We got a call? Okay. All right. Go right ahead. You're on Street Soldiers. Hi.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Good evening. My name is reporter in Coconut, San Francisco. And I'm hearing you guys talk about preventing suicide.
Yeah.
I grew up here in the city of San Francisco. I am born again, a born again believer in Jesus Christ.
All right.
Okay. I've been through all kinds of things. I had my first child at 13 years old. I've been in the streets, warded the court by 14, doing drugs, in and out of the streets, just where I could have lost my life on many occasions. And as far as community goes, I think it's very, very important first to repent and ask God, what is it that's going on with me deep down inside my heart? Is sin. First of all, sin is running rapid. And a lot of people don't understand that it's the sin inside of our hearts that gets us in a place of separating ourselves from God first. Okay? And the community is, you can walk into any church, you can pray to God and say, Lord, lead me to a place where I need to be, where there's a community of people who love you and who love the community, love people, and God will lead you there. And that's what he did for me. You can go into the church, you can pray, you can ask God, lead me, and he will. You can open up the word of God. Jesus said, I'm the truth, the way, the life. He is the life. And without him, there is no life.
Amen. I appreciate
it.
Amen. Well, only because we got so many calls. I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that you're better. That's the thing. For us, you're alive and free, and you dealt with whatever it was that was all. I mean, that past life is tough.
Dr. Marsh, can I just say something real quick? As a minister as well, the Bible is full of people who experience overwhelm and experience bouts of suicide ideation, is what we call it. Yeah. It's not technically always just about sin, right? Because we're all sinners. We all fall short of the glory of God. It's God's grace that gives us our salvation that we cannot lose. With that said, it is not a sin to need help to deal with an issue. It is not a sin to be depressed. It is not a sin to be anxious. It's not a sin to have PTSD. These things do not necessarily equal one another. Now, I do believe that a loving church home community can help, but it's not you as the problem needing a solution. Like we talked about, we don't even really say committed suicide, because committed sounds like a crime or you committed a sin. We don't even say that they were successful at suicide, because successful seems like great job, way to go. What they did, and we have to be, this is one of the things that we have to do with suicide situations. If we have to be honest and say that they killed themselves or they died by suicide, that's very important to clear up.
Thank you. This is wonderful. Next call. Go right ahead. You're on the air. Thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello, can you hear?
Yeah,
can you hear
we got you. We got you. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys for letting me out here. I listen to you all the time, man. I do appreciate what y'all do. I'm Dave Bush from East Palo Alto, right? And I'll try not to be long-winded here, but I just feel like it's heavy in my heart. I got to get his message out. I lost a friend to suicide. Actually, my friend and my cousin in the same year, like literally in the same month.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
And this was he was a good dude. Like, the thing about when people do this, you don't see this in them. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to tell people, you're not alone in this. I realized, like from my best friend, he just felt like he had so much of the world on his shoulders that he had to do it on his own. You know what I'm saying? To the point he felt he couldn't do it no more. And I just want people to know, like, there's somebody out there for there's somebody out there that loves you, man. Don't feel like you got to do this on your own, and I'm somebody who learned compassion through this. Like, I was one of them people who felt it was selfish to, kill yourself. I didn't have no sympathy or nothing, but once it hit home, it really changed my life. I care about people too much, man. When I see somebody going through something, or if it look like they're going through something, I'm not gonna let them walk past me without me asking if you all right. And I encourage everybody to do that. Like, have that compassion in your heart, man. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
That's a lot. Thank you for that.
Yeah, sorry for your loss too, brother.
Caller, you're on the air. Go right ahead.
Hello, Olivia.
We're well. How are you? Yes, we can.
We could, but okay. All right. Whew. Somebody is on. Okay. Go right ahead. You're on the air. Speak up. You there? Not here?
Register to click.
Okay, 877-955-1061. Boy, this generates a lot of, which is, we thought it might and hoped it would.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I hear. So I was talking to somebody who actually, and I was texting them, who did suicide, was on a hotline for years, suicide prevention hotline, and she was just telling me, and I really wanted to call Hope of Chicago, just texting Hope to call, about her experiences, and that must be quite a thing to do.
Yes.
How much is it you see in your practice? I'm curious.
Well, it's enough that it's part of my my intake.
Yeah.
Any client that kind of comes in, we're going to talk about if they've attempted, if they have the thoughts, right? And again, one of the myths is that talking about suicide will make people feel suicidal. That's not the key.
No.
People want to talk about it. Also, people that do try to kill themselves, sometimes they feel like it's the answer, right? It's not just I'm sad or this is too, like, sometimes they feel like if I just leave or if I wasn't here, it would be better.
Right.
And they don't see a way out.
Right.
So like the brother was saying, that overwhelm, again, that's a real common thing. But they're, again, sharing and being vulnerable is a good way out.
And Jamal, I think that's one of the indicators
Yes.
of the potential,
Yes.
the potentiality, the considering the possibility, that whole feeling, if I weren't here anymore,
Yeah.
if I would just leave, then there wouldn't be a problem. What's going on? If they wouldn't be coming after me, I wouldn't have to deal with all of this. And that is an indicator. Whenever, because I'd love to hear more from you, Jamal, about prevention strategy.
Yes.
Because when you hear one of your friends or one of your kids or a friend of your kids saying, my mom, we were just going through so much, and if I were just gone,
Mm-hmm.
if then they wouldn't have to, I wouldn't be so upsetting her. It wouldn't be so crazy. I wouldn't have to deal with this, for the young men. Anybody who's saying, if I would just let me just take myself out of the situation, because I seem to be the problem. That is when you start the conversation. And how could you do that?
Yes.
And if you do, because at that point, see, the individual doesn't really recognize their value.
Yes.
They don't recognize how important they are. They don't realize that they're cared about, that they're loved. So it's time then to have that conversation, help them see who they are.
Yes.
And that they are of value, that they are cared for, they are cared about. And then ask some questions like, and then what would happen?
Yes.
Well, have it before they talk to ChatGPT.
We're going to get that. Hold on to that one. Hold on to that.
Yeah, I heard it. Interesting.
That opens up a whole nother thing.
It does. Because
to that one until the next hour.
Listen, I got a.
You won't be able to get it covered.
I got a T-shirt that I'm trying to get out that says "Your AI is not your therapist."
Yeah, we're gonna go into social
but if I could
and have that conversation.
If I could tap in to what Lady Estelle said, is that there's a couple of things that you want to pay attention to. If they're just venting, then you want to help them vent in a different way. But at a certain point, if you're really worried about it, you have to outright ask, are you thinking of killing yourself? Right? Are you thinking of killing yourself? And and do you have a plan? Because if it's not, it's like, nah, I'm just, and now we can have a conversation that really starts talking about the value. We can now start talking about what you offer to the world and different things like that. But if the answer is yes, and I have a legitimate plan, we got to get help immediately.
Yeah.
There's no other really way around. If they say, yes, I'm thinking of killing myself, and yes, I have a plan, now we have to jump into action.
Woo.
And more then what? See, and that question, and then what? And then what happens?
Yeah.
What happens after that? Because clearly the person that's going through these thoughts, they're not really thinking. They're just feeling, and it's all on them. And the only way to deal with it is to get out. And then where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna pick this up in the next hour, and in this hour. Hang on, everybody. More. We got a whole lot more to talk about.
Head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free, and you can always take us on the go with our podcast and all this information at stayaliveandfree.org.
6.4.
Did you all hear me? I was just talking. I was on mute. Psh. Oh, Lord.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Whatever team Fee is on has a chance to win a championship.
I'm Christina Williams, host of the podcast, In Case You Missed It with Christina Williams. The WNBA playoffs are here, and I've got the inside scoop on everything from key matchups and standout.
Okay, that's KMEL commercials.
Good. Yes. No.
There we are.
Go. I think we're live now.
We're live.
Yes, we hear you.
All right. Hour number 2, Alive and Free Street Soldiers Radio. Man, what a first hour. What a first hour. Now on YouTube, we're going to continue our conversation about suicide and suicide prevention. Just, I guess, I mean, that was such a powerful hour. I mean, I'm like, man, you know, and I got to say, it is a blessing to have this show. It is a blessing to have this show, at least for that short amount of time. People can call and talk to people directly. I get up. I'm upset when I call a business and I can't get. All I get is you know, yeah, you know what you get, right? And I can't find the person, but this show, there are times when you really realize how much of a blessing Street Soldier is, especially when we're talking about a topic like this, which is suicide and suicide prevention. Our guest therapist, Jamal Kazee, is Brother Jamal Kazee. We're being joined by Rika White So, right? Did I say that right? Huh? Oh, just White. Oh, I saw it. Okay, just White. Okay. Ms. Rika, thank you for joining us this hour. And before we even begin, just like Brother Jamal talked about his practice and what he does, I want to begin with you by saying what you do.
All right. Good evening, first off, everybody. I'm glad to join this conversation. I did hear that first hour, and yes, it was powerful. A lot of good information that Brother Jamal and yourself, Dr. Marshall, and Lady Estelle shared, and the questions and the comments and callers that called. Thank you for calling. So my name is Miss Rika, is what I go by usually, or Rika. My full name is Miss Frederica L. White. I have an MSW, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker here in the Bay Area. Man, I get bored, so I do multiple things. But one of the things I do is that I do have a small private practice here in the Bay Area, mostly telehealth at this point. I also lecturer at a university in the School of Social Work, as well as executive director and clinical director of a program in the Bay Area that provides supportive, independent living to persons who are living and managing mental health diagnosis, meaning persons that are bipolar, have schizophrenia, severe panic and anxiety disorders, and things of that nature. And we help them live independently, but within a supportive community of in houses, residential homes, and we support them. Some of them work, they're volunteering somewhere, they got cars, they're doing their thing, but we come in and provide them counseling, therapy, groups, and other supports. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Great work. Great
all
work.
the other things.
Awesome. Great work. Great work. Both of you. Great work. I'm just, let's start off with just sort of commenting on that first hour and those callers.
Yes.
Wow. This is a tough subject, but then to hear people talk and I don't say emotion, the pain. You can hear the pain.
Yes.
Of